Can you believe I've been doing this for 4 years now? That's pretty hard to imagine given where we started back in 2021. But yep, it's been 4 years. Let's talk about how the channel did over the last year. Like 2023, 2024 was pretty weird. Most of the early part of the year was working with BioWare, and then we were waiting for Dragon Age the Veilguard to come out, so my videos were somewhat restricted in topics. We are finishing the year with just over 18,000 subscribers, so the channel continues to grow, but is growing relatively slowly as it did the year before. Total number of views down from 250,000 to 220-ish. A lot of this can be attributed to actually just how my most successful video in each year did. In 2023, my most successful video was the Larian video, which got about 40,000 views. My most successful video of this year is the Dragon Age Veilguard, talking about Mass Effect a little bit. And it came out very recently, so it's not done getting views, but also it's going to peak at a lower place. So when you just subtract those two off of each other, there's about a difference of about 20,000 views. Add that 20,000 views onto the views from this year, and you're almost up to where we were last year. Additionally, 2023 had a couple of months at the very beginning of the year where we were still doing 2 videos a week. That's obviously going to pump those views up a little bit. I don't think we're going to go back to 2 videos a week anytime soon, at least until I feel more comfortable with my backlog. We got really close to running out of any videos in the queue in this previous year, and that's stress I don't have any need to have. So at least for the foreseeable future, we're going to stay at 1 video a week, and we'll probably allow those videos to be a little bit longer because to some degree, fewer longer videos balances out some of the metrics of more shorter videos. View hours has a similar decline, going from 26,000 hours to 21,000, almost 22,000 hours. Interesting, there is almost an exact 10-to-1 ratio of view time to total number of views. So there's a consistency at least emerging in the way that people interact with the channel. We didn't have a memories and lessons video either in 2023 or in 2024. Those tend to be very long, and they actually tend to generate a huge amount of watch time. So because we didn't have one in either year, it's not skewing the data in either case. We still have to at least do Anthem, and we've started, and I've started making it, and it's probably going to end up being the longest one of these videos, but it's still a ways away. What I found for video production is it's almost exponential. A 5-minute video takes less than half as much time as a 10-minute video. And a 10-minute video takes less than half the time of a 20-minute video. So as videos climb up into 40 minutes or above an hour, they can be incredibly time-consuming to make. Currently, the Anthem video is over an hour and a half. We'll see if it stays that long, but right now it is by far the longest one that I have made. We only got 2,400 new subscribers last year compared to almost 4,000 the year before. I've talked about how subscriber growth on my channel has been largely driven by the more viral videos, and that remained true. 2024, we basically didn't have any viral videos. It was really the channel operating at its standard cadence, releasing videos about game development, about production, about leadership, for the most part, with very few moments that went more viral. That's likely to remain true for the foreseeable future. I think as well, I think we've seen some people who are following me for Dragon Age news move away, and of course this is net, so if we lose more subscribers, then the growth is going to be slower because we are losing as we are gaining. I'm not going to turn this channel into a studio bashing channel or a topical news channel. We will likely see this growth remain relatively slow. It's a little bit disappointing because the plan is to do Q&As every 5,000 subscribers. We didn't do one last year at all because we started the year above 15,000 and we are finishing well short of 20,000. But if that means we are doing Q&As every couple of years, that's okay with me. My expectation was that channel growth was sort of an S curve, where once you cross a certain threshold, you would grow really quickly until you reach saturation. It doesn't look like that's the reality, or if it is the reality, I'm very close to channel saturation already, which I don't believe to be the case. There are some channels out there with formats very similar to mine that are north of 100,000 subscribers. Now, they've been around a lot longer, and certainly 2020 did some truly bizarre things to the subscriber counts of channels that were around at that time. So maybe we are nearing the point where we're going to grow very slowly for the foreseeable future, or maybe this is just a weird bit of friction that will change now that the channel is able to get back on a more normal footing. In 2023, we actually saw the number of members go down by 8. We actually netted down 8 members. Whereas in 2024, we actually creeped up and went up by 3 members. I'm not entirely sure what is the cause of this change. Maybe what happened in 2023 is that people realized the channel wasn't what they thought it was and they left. Whereas in 2024, we had more time, more consistency of what we were, and as a result, people were more comfortable staying around, and new people, as a result, netted us up a little bit. Maybe that's totally supposition. Not sure that I can really point to a perfect argument as to what happened. Something I forgot to talk about last year, and we'll mention it a little bit again when we get to revenue, is Patreon. I started the Patreon in 2023 and then completely forgot to talk about it in the wrap-up video. We have 16 active patrons right now, which is pretty much the same as what we had in 2023. Patreon doesn't have as good of long-term data reporting as YouTube, so I'm not going to give exact numbers, but it's been pretty flat. It does represent another group of people who are supporting the channel. And if you factor that into 2023, the number of members actually technically grew because we got patrons through Patreon, even as the number of members on YouTube was declining. Like last year, view duration is down slightly, going from 6 minutes and 14 seconds to 6 minutes, but also like last year, view percentage is up slightly, going from 26.8% to 28%. So there's some indication that I guess we have slightly shorter videos on average. We're in really small differences at this point, so I'm not really sure that there's much to be gleaned from the difference between the 2 years. Still need to keep pushing up that view percentage because it's still lower than I would want it to be. We really ideally want to be in that 50% plus range. A lot of it is caused, I believe, by people leaving in the early parts of the videos. So maybe I need to set a better hook. Maybe I need to be a little bit more exciting or attention grabbing in the first few seconds. Likely not going to happen. But we'll continue to monitor these two things, and they are certainly relevant to each other. If we start having longer and longer content on the channel, then probably the view percentage will start to drop slightly, but maybe we will be able to counteract that. Maybe we can keep the view percentage up even as the length of content increases. Last year, we saw a huge improvement in click-through rate, going from about 2% to 3.2%. It's dropped a little bit, about 10% down to 2.9%. Obviously, you want click-through rates to be as high as possible. This is something I do care about. This is something I have been spending more time on. Arguably, I probably spent less time on it in 2024 than in 2023, and maybe that's what we're seeing. YouTube also introduced A/B thumbnails testing. You can literally upload 2 or 3 thumbnails and it will show different thumbnails to different people to try to find the thumbnail that is the most performant, the one that gets the best engagement. It doesn't actually measure success based upon click-through rate. It measures it based upon the watch time that results from that click-through. I've tried it a little bit and I haven't seen a huge improvement in click-through rate coming from it. One concern I have with the tool is that it doesn't differentiate between existing viewers and new viewers, but I do think different thumbnails would perform differently with different groups of people. If you are watching my videos pretty regularly and the thumbnail includes a picture of this background and me and then some words, that might get you to click through with a pretty high percentage. If you have never watched one of my videos before, I don't see how that kind of thumbnail is going to get really strong interaction. Whereas something more graphical that's maybe a little bit more generic, while it might do a little bit worse inside of my existing audience, it probably does better outside the audience. So I'm going to continue experimenting with different things and see if I can come to a conclusion as to what does well, what works better for this channel. Certainly, if you look at someone like Tim Kaine, he effectively doesn't do thumbnails at all, and his channel is significantly larger than mine. So we'll keep figuring out what we can figure out here. Certainly, there are channels that do much better at this than mine does. So the part that I think people are most interested in is how much money did the channel make? In 2023, we made just over $4,200 through the YouTube channels, whereas this previous year in 2024, we made just barely over $4,000. So about a $200 difference. Not a huge difference, about 5%. Something I forgot to talk about, as I mentioned, last year was Patreon, because we have a Patreon now, which also, of course, makes money. The number of patrons is relatively stable, I believe. So there are 16 active patrons right now. That's going to generate about $1,400. So if you actually add that in, that brings us up to over $5,000 both this year, both 2024 and 2023, which interestingly counteracts what I said last year. We actually may be slightly up on revenues compared to 2022 because we didn't have the Patreon in 2022. So oversight on my part last year, but we're trying to rectify it this year. Merch continues to be a thing that I offer. It makes a little bit of money. I think I made $30 last year. I like having it because it gives me something to wear in the videos, and some people find them amusing and purchase them. So if you're interested, check something out. This shirt is the Triage Games shirt. Probably will be something that you'll see a little bit more in the coming year. CPM, which is the amount of money the videos make per 1,000 views, has climbed a little bit from $7 to $7.50. Not entirely sure why. CPM is actually the amount of money that I make per 1,000 views. So it includes weird things like if someone became a channel member, it gets counted in there. If the video is long enough to show multiple ads, it adds all that money up. So view time down, view duration down. Not entirely sure why CPM is up unless Google has just increased their advertising rates. Maybe that's exactly what it was. Maybe my views just happened in the months where advertising rates are higher. Advertising rates tend to be higher in October, November, and December because of Christmas. So maybe things just lined up better. Not sure what changed. This remains pretty much in the middle of what YouTube earns. Some kinds of content like Minecraft channels have very low CPMs in the $2 or $3 range. Some kinds of YouTube channels like financial advice videos have CPMs that can climb up into the $30 and $40 range. So this is probably going to remain somewhere around here for the foreseeable future unless something radical changes. If you have slightly longer videos, it will climb a little bit. If the videos start getting wider reaches, maybe we'll see a decline. I'll be curious to see what happens if we start reaching a broader audience. The audience we have right now, pretty niche down. If we start reaching more people, not sure what that will do to advertising revenue. The place where the money is coming from remains largely unchanged. 80% of it's still coming from members. So if you are a member or you support me on Patreon, thank you, because you're the only reason this channel really makes any money at all. We saw more money coming in through supers. In this last year, we got $50 from Super Thanks versus $17 from Super Chats last year. Great, that's great, awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel through these other means as well. It's throwing the percentages out of whack a little bit. But otherwise, the percentages are largely the same. If we normalized for the amount of revenue, we're well less than 1% in the difference between these different revenue sources. This will probably remain the way the channel looks unless we suddenly have a massive spike in growth and the amount of advertising revenue goes way up. Otherwise, it's probably going to look like this. Most of the money for this channel comes from people who support the channel directly. So again, thank you if you are someone who does that. So the last 2 years have been pretty weird for the channel. I was focusing a significant percentage of my time on doing consulting, both for BioWare and for some other people that you don't know about. We are now mostly out the other side of that, or at least I have a lot more time to spend focusing on the channel. We will see some changes to the channel in the year going forward, but nothing radical. So if you have stuck with me because you like my takes on game development, you like the things I have to say about leadership or management or the state of the video game industry as a whole, thank you for sticking with me because that's really gratifying to see. An extra special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. We just talked about how significant of an impact they actually have to the money that this channel makes. If you're interested in becoming a member, there is a link to that down in the description. We also have a Patreon, as we discussed, if you're more interested in supporting the channel in that way. Both Patreons and members get access to our Discord. We have a pretty good community. If you want to interact with it more deeply, that's an excellent way to do so. What are you hoping to see from me in the upcoming year? What are some videos that you hope that I will do? No promises that I will do them. There are certain topics that are off limits from my perspective, both because I don't want to do them, but also there are some topics that I cannot do for other reasons. So ask down in the comments. I'll probably tell you if I'm not going to do the video. I will see you again soon. Thank you.